Striker Scorpion 82 is now sponsored by Warhammer Combat Cards, a card battle game featuring your favourite Citadel miniatures from the 40k universe. Build your army decks, dominate opponents in player versus player action, collect and upgrade cards to fit your strategy, improve their power and unlock unique traits. Choose from all 40k factions, take part in campaigns based on iconic 40k battles, rise to the top of the leaderboard and win glory. Free to download and play. Link is in the video description below or on the channel homepage, and by using the unique link it helps support the channel. Thanks and enjoy the game. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2000 points, Red Scorpions, Primaris, Space Marines versus Drukhari. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000, 2000 points. At Drukhari here, just before I run through the list, I'll mention the patrons at gold level. That's Andrew Swan, Bob Longboy, Chris Heem, Frank Fafecki, Longbow BB, Lucas Becker, Luke Schwengel, Marcus Anthony, Michael Fry, Nathan Scrasuti, Nicholas Lucas, Paul Cook, Ray Cross, Will Wright and Maxfield Knuckles. So big thanks to them for their support at gold level. They each get a Patreon dice to use at some point during the game, and then their names will be in the end credits of the video as well. You can check out the end credits for all the other supporters at silver level and at bronze, and those supporting at silver, I'll call out their names at the end of this game. So it's just a Patreon page that I've set up. All the proceeds go to my local War Games Club, SSWG. 2,000 points of Drukhari, obviously the brand new codex here, and a brand new list for the Dark Elder. We've played a couple of warm-up games, but now we're entering into the league. 3 games to play. Really, to guarantee to go through, a faction needs to win all 3 of their games. So starting off here with the Drukhari, their first game, we'll see how well they perform now in the league. So Drukhari, 9 command points here. So it's double patrol. For Drukhari it costs 0 CP, so 12 command points. Then -1 for an extra relic, and then -2 for another 2 warlord traits being taken. So down to 9 command points available for this Dark Elder force. The first patrol, it's the larger one. It's a Cabal here, Cabal of the Poisoned Tongue. The main rule for that is that poison weaponry is on +1 to the roll, so instead of 4+ to wound. In most cases it's going to be 3+, so helping out units like the Venoms with their splinter cannons. So HQ choices have got 2. It's Drazar, Master of Blades. He is the actual warlord, his name character, so giving him his fixed warlord trait, which is Eternal Hatred. He gets to reroll hits and wounds. Then the second HQ choice here is the Archon, giving him the relic, the Gin Blade, and a blast pistol for him also. And then he's a Master Archon, unlocks the ability to take Carbolite Trueborn, got a unit of those, and then he also gets to fight twice, once during the game. So Gin Blade relic for him, and then Ancient Evil is his warlord trait. At the start of the fight phase, a unit that's in engagement range with him, he can select them and force them to fight last. So then on to troops choices. Carbolite Trueborn here, 2+ for their ballistic skill. They ignore hit rolls and modifiers for their shooting as well. Unit of 10, all with splinter rifles. Then one of the models taking a Dark Lance, and then 2 of them taking blasters. They have a Raider dedicated transport here with a Dark Lance. Then Carbonite Warriors, 2 more squads of them, 1 and 2, each squad of 5 equipped with a blaster. Venom dedicated transports for each of those with the double splinter cannons. Unit of Incubi, 5 of them with a Clavex. Ravager, 3 Dark Lancers. Scourges are in the list, just here, 5 of those. I have equipped them with 4 Shredders as their shooting options, and then taking 2 Void Raven bombers here, flyers, not taking the missiles, just bare bones, as they come at 185 points each. Drazar's taking a dedicated transport here of Venom as well, and so too is the Archon, another Venom, just keeping all the Venoms inside the Carbonite detachment. So that's most of the force. There's a Raider also being taken for the Incubi as well, just keeping all of those transport vehicles as part of that Carbal. Then a smaller patrol here, it's Witch Cult, Cult of the Red Grief, +2 to advance rolls and re-rolling charges for those units, led by Succubus, just here. Blast Pistol given to her, and the Relic, the Blood Glaives, it's that damage 3 glaive, and the Warlord trait taken for her is Precision Blows, so 6 pluses, or unmodified rolls of a 6 in close combat results in mortal wounds being caused, corresponding to the amount of damage that weapon causes. So if she rolls an unmodified roll of a 6 in close combat, it will cause 3 mortal wounds. Which is 2 units of 5, 1 and 2. Hecatrix equipped with Agonizer and Blast Pistol, and the rest of the models are equipped with Hecatari Blades. Then the final unit in this list is Unit of Reavers, 9 of them, all taking the Splinter Rifles and Splinter Pistols, and then 3 of those models taking blasters. That's the list here for the Drukhari, as we will see how they get on. They're going to have to face a number of foes here if they are to progress in the league. They did well in the last season, Season 8, making it through to the knockout stages. We'll see if they can repeat that here this time around. We'll take a look now and see what Tom Covia has in his list. Alright, so 2,000 points of Red Scorpions. I believe Tom's going to run these as White Scars here for this game. Tom's been busy again painting up some of the new Primaris units. You can see the Blade Guard veterans expanding in size. Looks like there's a new captain on a bike and the new speeders. Been really looking forward to seeing these on the channel. We'll let Tom run through his new list here.
Okay, so 2,000 points of Red Scorpions. As Luke said, I'm using them as White Scars today. I'm taking an Outrider detachment, so 3 CP for the Outrider detachment, and I don't get that refunded. And I've spent 1 CP for an extra Relic as well. I've got 3 troop choices, 2 5-man Assault Intercessor squads, and 1 5-man Intercessor squad. The Intercessor Sergeant has a grenade launcher. And then for my Elites choice, I have a 5-man Blade Guard squad and a Judicia. For HQs, I've got the Captain. Now he is a Captain on a bike. He's got a Storm Shield and a Power Sword. And he has the Warlord trait Imperium Sword. And his relic is the Burning Blade. The other relic that I paid for is the Armor Indomitus on the Judicia as well. For the Librarian, the other HQ choice, I've equipped him with Null Zone, Psychic Fortress, and then obviously he gets his Smite as well. 2 fast attack choices of the 3-man Outrider squads, both there. And then I also have 2 Hammer Strike Speeders as well. First time using them. I'm not 100% sure on them. I think I don't particularly like the fact that they are 10 wounds, because then that means they degrade. I'd almost preferred they make them 20 points less and 9 wounds. But we'll see how they go. So those are the ones with the Melter Blasters and then the rockets. I've got 2 dedicated transports of the Impulsors, both equipped with the Iron Rail Heavy Stubbers and the frag launchers at the side there. And then last but not least, just to go with the theme of the army, I've gone for the Storm Raven. Now the Storm Raven is equipped with the Hurricane Bolters, Twin Link Multi-Melter, and just because I didn't quite have the points, the las cannons are the twin assault cannons today instead. But that's me with 2,000 points of Red Scorpions.
All right, so 2,000 points of Red Scorpions, Tom using them as White Scars here, just to go for more of a mobile, aggressive type Primaris army here, but excited to see these new units. This is a league battle here. Is this your first White Scars list?
Yes.
Yes, okay, it's the first game for both of these factions. We will go on to scenario and deployment now for this battle. Alright, so we have a scenario here. It's been randomly determined for this league game. Vital Intelligence here from the Grand Tournament 2020 book. So deployment zone looks something like this. We've rolled up here Drukhari being this table corner. Marked, the edge of their deployment zone marked by the orange dice. Then there's a no man's land here, 24 inches apart. And then Tom's deployment zone for his Red Scorpions, marked here by the red dice diagonally moving across the board. There's 6 objectives here in this game, 1 in each deployment zone. Here, so marked up by these coins. So this one, then Tom's in amongst the ruins across the other side, and then 4 of them strung out across no man's land. 2 here, 1 and 2, and then over on the other flank, 1 and 2 across there as well. So most of the objectives are in no man's land here, halfway across the board. So both sides will need to move out aggressively here to claim these primary objectives. So for primary objectives at the start of your command phase, if you control 2 or more, it's worth 5 points, 3 or more, another 5 points, and then if you control more objective markers than your opponent, then it's worth another 5 points on top of that as well. There is the data intercept secondary that's available. That's the control of objectives. Then at the start of your turn, you get a number of points depending on how many objective markers are under your control. So if you're in control of 3, you'll get 3 points, and so on. Also, mission rules here, data terminals. If you control an objective marker, you're then able to move off of it. It'll still remain under your control until the opponent captures it, so you are able to move away from objectives in this game. So that's the scenario. I'll mention terrain at this stage. So I'm going to play the rules for the pipes here. I'm going to play these as Munitorum armoured containers. The same with the burnt out vehicles. We'll play them that way. Then this is AdMech dense terrain here. Then across the other side there's 3 line of sight blocking ruins that will play as light coverage, the usual rules for them, and then some more Munitorum containers over on that side. There's a few obstacles dotted about the board, but that's pretty much the terrain covered. We'll go on to choice of secondaries now for both sides. Alright, so choice of secondaries here for the Drukhari. Deploy Scramblers has been taken, so 3 actions required at different points on the board during the game, and that will grant 10 victory points, so that's secondary. Then the second choice is Bring It Down, so that's going after Tom's vehicles, a total of 8 points available for bringing them down. And then finally Herd the Prey, which is the controller table quarters, turn 2 onwards, that's available for every table quarter that's cleared of enemy units. It's worth 2 victory points. Very similar, if not the same, as the Necron secondary that's unique to them. That secondary is for the Drukhari. And then for the Red Scorpions, engage in all fronts. That's the controller table quarters, which makes sense with these objectives being on the flanks here. And then Bring It Down, destroying Drukhari vehicles. There's lots of them, 12 points available there in total. And then deploy Scramblers as well. So looking to perform those 3 actions during the game to pick up the 10 points. That secondary is chosen for both sides, or start alternating placing units on the board. Right, just to mention the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. So the battle mat is one of the newer ones from gamemat.eu, and then we simply put the terrain on top here and add in some stones and scatter, using some Games Workshop terrain here, but also the industrial terrain set from gamemat.eu as well. I've been painting it up to match in with my Adeptus Mechanicus terrain. But you can check out gamemat.eu for your supplies of battle mats, all different sizes, and then lots of pre-painted terrain sets available from them as well. Link is in the video description below. Alright, so deployment is complete for both sides. Tom's saying he's dreading the roll-up here to see who goes first in this.
I'm dreading the game, let alone the roll-up. Okay. This is going to be extremely hard.
We'll see, yeah. Tom fears the new codex here. He's heard the rumours, he's seen other games being played using Drukhari and how powerful they can be. But we'll see what happens. Reavers here, combat drugs, by the way, I'll cover that as well. Reavers just deploying near the objective, +1 ballistic skill. for Splinter Mind, and then Adrenalite +1 attack for them. Inside this Venom here is the unit of Carbolight Warriors. Then Ravager positioned here. Then to the right of that is this Raider of the Carbolight Warriors, the Trueborn inside. Archon has joined them. We've got an empty Venom, and then on this right hand side another unit of Carbolight Warriors inside the Venom just there, and then the Witches mostly on this side. So Venom here with unit of Witches. They have +2 move, +1 toughness, and then +1 ballistic skill. That's not much use for her, and then +2 move for the Succubus. Then inside this Raider is the Incubi. The other unit of Witches here, which is +1 attack, +1 toughness for them. Drazara's joined them inside the Raider as well. And that's pretty much it. Reserves here is the Scourges to arrive turn 2 onwards. That's Drukhari deployment done. We'll go around to the other side of the table and see where the Space Marines are hiding. So deployment here next to the drop pod is the Outriders. Assault Intercessors just tucked in here. So remember, each footprint of this building is obscuring terrain, light cover inside. Then the Speeders, one here and then one. The Storm Speeders, one here and then one just tucked in here. Then Outrider squad. In front of them is the captain on the bike, nameless at this stage.
I'm going to call him, we'll see if anyone gets the reference with his bike colour. I'm going to call him Captain Canada. See if anyone gets it.
Canada.
If they do get it, they get extra points because they're awesome. And they're an 80s child.
So it needs someone to know the old lore then, to pick it up.
It's completely nothing to do with
40K.
Warhammer.
Oh, right, okay.
At all. It's a reference to
Something else.
Something else.
Okay,
So see if anyone knows.
that's today's quiz for everyone tuned in. All right, now what's inside each of these transports? Blade Guard veterans inside here.
Yeah, and Judicia and Librarian in the one behind.
Just them? No, right, okay. So that's those, and then Tom has set a unit to outflank.
I've got 3 units in encirclement, so it's White Scars outflank, but it's got different rules.
Yes.
So it's 1 CP to do it for each of them, and they can come on from any table edge.
And we're saying turn 1.
6 inches. I can't see any reason why not for this one, because it says use the stratagem during deployment before setting up the White Scars until a unit from your army. You can set up the unit in outflank instead of setting it up.
It's just
on
not reserved. Yeah.
And then it says if you do at the end of your movement, at the end of one of your movement phases, you can set up a unit holding them together.
Okay. So question
Yeah,
two,
so-
question 2, everyone, for your quiz, is if anyone knows the correct interpretation of the rule for that. We're going to play it turn 1 onwards, no problem at all. So run it as written for that stratagem, and then in strategic reserve is the Storm Raven gunship.
That's it. That's an encirclement as well.
Is it?
Yeah, because it just says a unit.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strategic reserve would cost me 2 CP normally, I think, for that.
Right.
Um,
No, a unit. That's fine.
yeah,
Play it.
White Scars unit. So it enables me to, if you get first turn,
Keeps your fly
alive,
safe.
but
Yeah.
If I get first turn, then I can bring it on and still shoot you.
Yeah. No. Fine. Right. Okay. No problem at all. So all of those can come on turn 1. We'll play it that way. If you know otherwise, then leave it in the comments section below, and the answer to question 1 of Tom's quiz as well. So that's deployment done for both sides. I'll go around the other side of the table, I think, before we roll up to see who goes first. So, okay, we're around the other side of the board. We'll roll up to see who goes first. Whoever rolls the highest must go first. There's no choice involved anymore. You're really going to do it?
I know we shouldn't be allowed favourites, but Bobolon Boy is my favourite because he's never failed me yet.
Gets the result
So
that you need.
I'm going to use him for a roll off because I would really like.
So I'm scum. I can roll first.
Yes. Yeah.
Beat this. Oh, it's a 2. Bobolong Boy.
He beat it.
He's
Good
done
old
it.
Bobolon.
Right, well done. Patreon has now granted turn 1 to the Red Scorpions, or White Scars as Tom's using them in this game. So going to the first turn of this battle, it will go to the Space Marines. Turn 1 coming up for them next. All right, so we're on turn 1 here for the Red Scorpions. Just as Tom's moving, I mentioned the objective markers at this point. So that's the commemorative coins, 10 years of striking Scorpion 82. I've had these coins produced here. They're 40mm in size. We're able to use them for our games of 40k. Double-sided, so you've got the Scorpion's head on this side, and they flip over to an objective style design just on the other side there. But they are available, shipping worldwide. They're on Etsy store now, so there's a link for that in the video description below. Coins available individually, or there's packs. There's a deal for a pack of 6, so you can use them in your own games of Warhammer 40,000. Also stickers and other counters available in the Etsy store, so link for that in the video description below. All right, so movement's done here on turn 1. Drukhari, you can't really hang around with them, you have to go after them. So that's what Tom's done here, presenting a lot of firepower here against this Drukhari force. So this unit here is going to deploy scramblers, not much action from them, just repositioning and getting ready to perform the action. Well, the action's already been started. Bikers sheltering for now. Tom's going to try and soften up the Drukhari and then move them out a bit later on. So outflanking with just one of the units.
It's only the Storm Ravens coming.
Yeah, Storm Ravens turned up here. It has to land more than 9 inches away from enemy models. Do you have to land within an edge of the battlefield as well?
Yeah, within 6. Within 6 of the edge.
Right. Okay. All right, then, so we may have a third question for everyone in our Tom's quiz.
I don't think it's a question. I think it's quite obvious.
All right. We're just discussing the flyer. You have to keep within 6 inches of the edge of the board. Tom's vehicle, we reckon, is too big. It's going to hang over that edge. Yeah. Both of us discussing the situation, we're happy to let that roll as it is. It's no problem at all. Tom's.
If it was a tournament, then you wouldn't let me have it on. Well, I wouldn't let you have it on there. So,
okay. But, we'll go easy. It's no problem at all. That's the way I've played it. So we'll continue on. But I reckon that may be the case.
For a turn anyway.
Yes. Yeah. We'll let Tom shoot for one turn.
Yeah.
But if you know the answer to that question, we suspect, I think we know what the answer is, but if you want to leave answers to that question as well. It's question number 3. Can Tom bring this vehicle on, or is it too big to use for the outflank? Especially if you're a White Scars player, there may be a White Scars player.
Well, maybe just put one of the speeders in instead.
They would suit that stratagem really well. So this is a Hammer Strike, these are called, right. So it's a Hammer Strike variant that's moved out across here to provide some firepower. The other one's moved across and has actually claimed an objective. What does the 5 mean?
Sorry, that was the an advance for one of them.
Okay, it's an advance roll. Then
not for the speeder. The speeder didn't advance, but it's an advance roll.
Impulsors heading off in this direction, so shifting to Tom's extreme left, the captain going with them, and the outriders as well. So Tom heading across to this flank. Now the incentive for going to the flanks is these objectives. There's 2 across here, so Tom's going to camp out on that flank here, try and hold his own. Now Tom controls half of the objectives on the table.
And just to try and stay as far away from Drazar as physically possible.
Okay, right. Drazar's reputation precedes him. Movement's complete. Psychic phase, he's inside the vehicle?
He's inside the vehicle. What I may do is...
There's a stratagem that maybe lets you cast from within.
They can get out, but they cannot make a charge roll.
Fine, okay. Right, Tom's paid a stratagem right at the very end of the movement phase here. He's paid the points for a stratagem. It lets him disembark after moving here. So Librarian has disembarked, which means we will have a psychic phase. We'll go on to that next. Yeah, it's because Tom made an advance move. That's why he's had to spend the CP to enable him to disembark.
White Scar stratagem, lightning, deparcation.
Okay.
So I've got some psychic to do, and the first one I will do. Have you got any denies?
No.
So I'll go with Psychic Fortress, first of all.
Okay.
Needing...
So I'm not going to stop this here. It's all down to Tom's dice rolling.
Oh.
3, sorry.
Oh. I needed to go off.
Command reroll, right, here it comes.
Too much AP -4. Goes off.
Okay.
So I've got 5 up in Von Bubble.
Nice. Worth disembarking with him. Yeah, leave the card there, that's fine. Creating a dome of protection here for the Space Marines.
And null zone as well. I just want to make sure.
That's just anticipating if I move in. Yes, it may well be needed. Drukhari are actually in striking range here.
5 is... no, it's a 7. So that was a...
That's it. Psychic phase finished. We're going to shooting phase here. I'm interested to see what happens because new units, firepower available. We'll see how much the Drukhari can be softened up. Tom does have heavy weapons available now with these new units, plus the Storm Raven gunship. Some nasty firepower is available. We'll see what kind of damage can be done. Right, so first bit of firepower, the Hammer Strike is going to offload all the main guns into the Ravager, and then the Fragstorm grenade launcher is going to go into this Venom just here. I've got lightning fast reaction strategy, but we're going to hold on to that for now. So we'll let Tom roll up.
So the 3 mounter shots into the Ravager then. In on 3s.
Yeah, 3s for hits.
And wounded on 3s.
Yep. One makes it through. A command reroll at this stage.
Doing this, but I need to try and hurt it as much as I can, so I'll go with it. Yeah, 2 3.
To make it through, right, so 5+ invuln saves available on the Ravager here to try and keep it in good shape. No, oh boy. I'd like to keep the Ravager alive. I'm going to command reroll this, try and get a 5+. We do, roll a 6. So damage of...
D6.
It's 2. 2 wounds caused, dropping down to 9. Yeah, next up, firepower's not finished yet. Hammer Strike missiles, 2 shots.
2 hits.
2 hits.
2 wounds.
Nice.
These are -3.
And straight damage 3.
Oh, it's heavy, so -4. But
5+.
so that's 6 damage.
Ah! Ouch. Not bad.
Better than the mounter.
Yeah. That's not bad at all. Then Fragstorm grenade launcher now going into the Venom, or 2 of them.
Yep, so it's just the
D6 shots.
2 Crackstorm grenade launchers. No, they're just assault 1.
Oh, Crackstorm,
So
right.
Crackstorm, yeah.
Nice.
So into the Venom, so 4s, right?
Yep.
No, nothing.
Okay.
Okay. So rinse and repeat with the next one. Mounter shot into the
Ravager to finish it off. 3 left.
3 left. Yeah, same again. Both mounters into him and both rocket shots into him. And then the Crackstorm might not.
Tom's trying to take out my heavy guns here.
I'm aware that they're basically flat 4 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that's goodbye bikes damage. So
right.
I'm not in range with the other launchers, so it's just the mounters and the rockets.
Heavy guns. And where are they going? Everything's going into this. To try and do a good job and finish it off, or to try and...
Yeah.
Because you want it gone.
I want it gone. I need to reduce down your -4 AP shots, basically. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with that.
Yep, make on the melter shots.
So that's 5.
3s to wound.
1.
And that's why you're looking to put all the shots in. Yeah, okay. 5+ invuln save. Oh, it teetered. No, D6 will get it. Oh, there's nothing you can do. 1 wound left. Missiles, here they come. 2 hits. Just get the wounds.
Yeah.
2 5+s or we're dead. No, nearly. Not quite. Do we explode?
Yes.
We do. Oh dear. Good start for the Red Scorpions. Right, so model moved away. I think that's when Drukhari... This could be a tip here. Drukhari are the most vulnerable on turn 1. If you can gang up on them quickly, take out some of their stuff before they get a chance to strike. So
Let's not get carried away just yet.
Tom's done well here. Just taking out the Ravager and their mortal wounds. 1 here, 3 on the Raider, 2 here, 2 here, and 3 here on the Venoms. So a lot of mortal wounds coming through against these targets. I had warned Tom about clustering together because of the void mines, and then I've gone and made the mistake myself with my own exploding vehicle here. Good. That's good from the speeders. That's probably not bad at all.
Debut, yeah, it took a lot of shots, but
The pair of them working together.
like when you think that's 340 points, I just shot at you to kill that.
Okay.
But I'm happy they did it.
No.
That's my first target.
Well done to them. Okay, so the crew, 3 of them in each vehicle, all high-fiving here and celebrating, reporting back. So far, so good. But we'll press on. More firepower to come. I think it's pretty much the Storm Raven, really.
Yeah.
Firepower available from that. Okay, firepower's been declared here, so we're going to let Tom work through his firepower available from the Storm Raven gunship. There's 2 Hurricane bolters available, the twin multi-melter, and then also a twin assault cannon as well. So assault cannon first. I played lightning fast reaction on these to try and protect. So 4s. Oh, it's helped. Okay. 3s to wound.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Just the 2.
Wowzers.
-2.
Yes, sir.
So I'll take a 6+ save or 6+ invuln save on turn 1. No. So it's enough to bring a biker down. So we'll lose this one with the wound, and then just tuck that wound on the one at the back, like so.
Hurricane bubbles?
Into the same target?
Yeah.
3s. The twin multi-melter, by the way, is going into this Void Raven just here.
Oh, that was awful. 1.
1. At minus nothing.
Minus nothing.
4+. Nothing I can do. I'm going to lose another model. So we've lost 2 bikers from that squad. So just mark them up for morale. And then now the moment of truth here with the twin multi-melter.
Yeah, above average would be lovely.
4s.
No, average.
It's bang on average. 3s.
Have a look. Yeah,
Both make it through. Well done. 5+ is ideally like to block one of these. No, we don't. 2d6 damage.
Yeah. How many wounds you got?
12. Double 6.
If only I had miracle dice.
You got Patreon dice, but it's too late. No, 9 wounds caused. Good result, dropping down to 3 wounds left. So it's the rockets to try and finish this thing off here. Tom's just checking to see what the damage is. I think they're damage 3. If they're the same as the Blood Angels have.
Yeah, they're damage 3, and I'm sure. Yeah, I've got 2 of them.
2 shots need 4s. Just need 1 success. One's hit.
3s.
3s to get the wound.
Yeah.
Just about wounds.
Fail, that'd be lovely. -4.
Right.
Because of the dev.
No, I shall not be blamed for this. Marcus Anthony. The Patronic help. Tom's got his head in his hands. Can you guess?
You can tell by the Harlequin laugh.
6.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marcus. Good job keeping the flyer alive. Any other firepower? Just check maybe some. No, advanced with the impulsor. So
Spend CP to shoot, but it's not really
probably not worth it.
I'm not likely to.
I would say for turn 1, and really being for an assault type army, firepower's been pretty effective. Ravager destroyed, the resulting explosion, dishing out a load of mortal wounds. 2 bikers brought down and nearly destroying one of the Void Raven bombers. So good result. That's going to become a lot slower on the table. I'll not be able to reach the far side of the board now with that flyer. Shooting phase finished. No charges to take place. We'll see if there's any points have been scored on turn 1.
Engage.
Engage in all fronts.
Or 1 point.
Or 2.
I'm only in 3/4. I need to be in 4 for 2. Oh yeah, my bad. 2 points.
2 points. 2 points picked up for engage on all fronts. So 2 points to 0 at this stage, at least. And then 1 part of Tom's deploy scramblers has been completed. End of turn. Drukhari need to pull themselves together here, and they'll make a start with their first turn. It's coming up. I'll roll up morale here.
Oh, and I've got to bring it down as well. Remember?
I'm gonna bring it down as well. Morale's no problem. Drukhari certainly still in the fight here. We'll go on to their first turn coming up next. Alright, so we're on movement here for Drukhari. Haven't finished moving yet, but we'll capture this one here. Void Mine is about to be dropped. We've landed on top. As the model has moved across at all these points around here, but we're going to drop our bomb on top of the librarian's head, directly on top of him.
Oh, very nice.
And because we know from that point it's 6 inches for null zone that Tom cast in the psychic phase, so we'll capture a lot of units here. If we roll up well enough, it's 4 pluses to hit all the targets, except the characters. It'll be 5s to hit them. So we'll see if the librarian's hit first of all, which he is. And I will turn to Mr. Swan here for the damage. It's D6, which is a ridiculous amount. It's 3 though. 3 mortal wounds caused on the librarian. It's probably half killed him, but not enough to destroy him. Could I have killed him? It's probably 5 wounds, isn't he?
Yeah, you could have killed him, yeah.
It's Impulsor. 4 plus to hit this one. Missed him. 4 plus to hit the other one. Got him. Damage of 3 mortal wounds on that vehicle. So far, so good. We'll try and hit the speeder. So before we forget him, he's just tucked around there. 4+. No. The bikers. 4+. No. And the captain. 5+. Another 6. Going after characters here. And I think we must go for Patronic help. It's Chris Heim, a chance to cause some mortal wounds against the captain. I don't think we can kill him though. 7 wounds. You can on a 6. We'll not get a 6. It's 4 mortal wounds. Ouch. Okay, damage coming in from the Void Mine. It's 1 use only, so that's now dropped. Can't be used again, but some damage coming through here, especially against characters. So rest of the movement complete here after the bomb's been dropped. So this one's moved across 25 inches, much slower here. It's not able to drop the bomb this turn. It's empty venom. We've moved it onto the objective just to contest that one. So now both of us really only in control of 1 objective each at this point in the game. Then we've converged together here, so both raiders have joined up. We're not getting sucked in too close in this direction. Tom's able to advance and charge. The bikers especially quick, so holding back for now with these Drukhari units. This Venom's moved across with Carbonite Warriors inside as well. I've dropped these ones off from here to deploy Scramblers within our own deployment zone. This Venom's located to here. Then the Venom with the Succubus and Witches inside has moved across. Yeah, it's just repositioning that one. It was too far ahead, just measuring from where it was back here. It's not within range of that objective, but I've moved across there to get a few pistol shots off here. Reavers have diverted left. I was planning to send them across this way, but they're going to head off towards the flyer here. So that's movement complete. No psychic phase here. We're going to shooting phase. A chance for the Drukhari to return fire. Okay, so we'll kick off with the shooting here. Going to fire the Reavers first of all. So rifle shots first. This will be a waste. It's going to be 2s for hits because you're on +1 ballistic skill, then -1. So 3s. Then it's going to be 6s to wound. 1, no minus.
What's this one?
This is the Storm Raven gunship.
Yep. Okay.
5, okay. Now 3 blasters. It'll be 3s for hits here because I'm on +1 ballistic skill. So we get 2, and then it's going to be 3s to wound. Okay. I'm going to, early on, I'm going to try and reroll this because if I get a 3, it's going to go straight through the armour. So.
You want to use your reroll for the damage? Because it goes straight through already.
I know.
Feel free to ignore me.
I know, I'm listening to your wise counsel, Tom. Well, yes, no, I'll roll it. I'll go for it here. I'll use a bit of Patronic help. So, where am I? Oh, I used one of yours, sorry. Chris Heim.
Well, then,
I used him earlier on. No.
Take that 6 back.
Yeah, of course. Fair's fair. I'm going to take that one away. So Tom's got Michael Fry. He's on his side. So I'll go for Nathan Skrazuti here. I'm looking for 3+. Usually Nathan rolls well. Here. It's a... Oh, it doesn't look good. It's a 2. It's not gone through. So command reroll used up. -4. So D6 damage. You were right, Tom. You were right. I should listen to Tom.
What have you got here? Reroll that? Just out of interest. Oh, okay. There's a trap all along.
Okay. 2 wounds taken. Plenty of wounds to go. They're 14 wound models, aren't they? Yeah, 12 wounds left. It's going to take a fair bit to bring the Storm Raven down. Okay, so I'm going to fire the contents of the Venom into the Storm Raven gunship. So it's going to be a Succubus. Need 3s with her pistol. Got to get the hits, not come through. And then moving on to the squad. It'll throw a grenade, pistols, and then a blast pistol. Needing a 4. You've got to get these hits. They're not coming through here. D6 shots with the grenade. 2. Needing 4s. Needing 5s. Nothing. And then 3 pistol shots. They get their hits. But they get no wounds. So nothing coming from that vehicle. Dark Elder struggling here. So we're going to change tack here. I'm going to shoot into the bikers with this Venom.
How many people have you got in range that you can see the bikers with?
Oh,
2?
Yeah, Tom's just going to work out if it's worth trying to protect them. This one, yeah.
And
the flyers as well.
What's your stat on these? Have they changed?
Yes, so it's not rapid fire 3 anymore, it's heavy 3. Yeah. And I've got 2 of them. So we're hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, AP -1, 2 damage. So you can kick out
2 damage.
Yeah, a bit of damage can come through from these.
Strength.
It's poisoned.
Oh, it's poison.
Yeah, it's a guaranteed
But
3+.
Transhuman will stop that.
Right.
I mean, you can only wound on 4.
4s, gotcha, okay.
So...
We'll give Tom a bit of time here, we'll weigh up and see what he wants to do with the bikers. Yeah, Tom's going to load them up with stratagems here. So, transhuman, we know about, it's going to be 4s. We'll only count as wounds, 4 pluses. And then also...
ride hard, ride fast.
-1 to hit.
CP, -1
Okay, so 2 CP being sent. Spent here. I've declared this one, so we're going to go for our shot steam, 4s. That's helped you. It's blocked, stopped those 2 from coming through. And then 4s to wound. Nothing. 0 damage coming through from this venom. So far, Drukhari firepower has not been too good. Okay, so we're going to turn to the Trueborn. We're going to put there the 2 blasters and the Dark Lance is going to go into the Storm Strike. Hammer Strike.
Hammer Strike, yeah.
Hammer Strike. The rifles, range 24, going to go after the bikers across here. So I'm going to turn to the Trueborn here, going to put all of their firepower into the Hammer Strike across here. So, we'll do the rifles first of all. 7 of them. Needing 2s for Trueborn. And then 6s. So there's 1. No minus. 1 save of 3+.
Nope.
Okay, so wound caused. So drop it down to 9 wounds. Then we go for 2 blasters. Need 2s. Need 3s. Snake Eyes. God. Dark Lance.
Okay.
Hits. Just don't roll a 1. Right, that's it. Nicholas.
Don't roll a 1 or a 2.
Nicholas Lucas. Goes through. And then damage of 3+3. 6 wounds caused. That's more like it, right? So dropping down to 3 wounds left. Dark Lance to the rescue there for the Dark Elder. So I'm going to go for this here. Now I'm going to go after the bikers through there. So it's going to be 4s. Okay, 3s. Okay, we're all wounded. -1. So 4 ups here.
1 failed.
Okay. Yeah, well done. 2 damage caused. Do the same again with this unit. Looking for 4s because of the terrain protecting Tom. And then 3s. Yeah, wounds coming through. Venom's doing a lot better here. 4s. Ouch. 4 damage coming through. So it'll be a biker slain and some wounds trickling over onto another. Yeah, there's the crew inside here. The blaster's actually out of range, but we'll go for the rifle shots into the Hammer Strike. And that is 1 hit. And then needing a 6. We do get the wound. No minus. 3 up save.
Oh.
No wound taken. Dropping down to 2. Okay. I think what we'll do next is we've got to think now. There's targets to try and go after, trying to bring down the heavier firepower. The skimmers need to go, and also this Storm Raven gunship. So Void Raven gunship next. Going to put one of the lances down into the biker squad to try and pick off one of those if possible, and then 1 shot across to try and finish off the Hammer Strike. That's the idea. 3s to hit the biker. Missed. And then 3s to hit the skimmer. Missed on a 2. God, okay.
I'm getting a warm, fuzzy feeling inside.
It's good here, Tom.
That's what joy feels like.
So I'm going to rinse and repeat the same thing again. So I'm going to try and hit the biker. Hit him. Strength 9. 3s to...
You're on your bottom bracket.
Oh,
5s.
missed, yes, of course. 5s to hit the skimmer. Missed with the flyers. Okay. A couple of Dark Lances across here remain. So I've got to go Dark Lance across here to try and take out the Hammer Strike. 3s. We get the hit. 3s to destroy it. Okay. And the last one. 3s. And then give me a Patronic dice. Pull Cook. 3+ to destroy this thing. If we can. It's a 6. Vehicle destroyed. Tom will roll up to see if he blows up. No. So it's Hammer Strike.
The Hammer Strike officially got hammered. Yes.
It's called a Hammer Strike.
Yes.
A Hammer Sandwich. Right. Hammer Strike destroyed. Doesn't explode. Finally removed from play. Drukhari, though, struggling to deal with their targets at this point in the game. Firepower is resolved. There's some charges, though, available. We're going to charge phase for the Drukhari next. Okay, charges have taken place. The Venom's gone in here against the Hammer Strike to try and disrupt that and force it to fire against that target next turn. Or Tom's saying he can pay a command point to fall back and shoot for White Scars.
Yep.
And then across here, the bikers, Tom did Overwatch, brought one of the Reavers down, but 6 of them have made it in against the Storm Raven gunship. So that's all the charges done. Combat resolution, then we'll fight first against the Storm Raven gunship. So 3 attacks base. We have Adrenalite, +1 attack, and there's a squad leader just there. So we're using our blade veins here, needing 3s. And then we'll need 5s to wound, strength 4 against toughness 7. So not too bad at all. 6s will be good for blade artists. Yeah, not so good.
2 6s.
Yeah, so there's going to be 4 saves at -1, 2 saves at -2.
4 saves at -1.
4s.
2 saves, so 2 wounds gone.
Yep.
And then
2 at 5+, yeah.
Nope.
2 more wounds caused. Okay, and that leaves Tom on a total of 8 wounds left. Very much alive here. Damage being taken, but still in pretty good shape with the Storm Raven gunship. I had no interrupt play here. Tom wouldn't bother anyway, so a fight with the Venom. So 3 attacks needing 4s with this one. And then Blade Vein, strength 5 +1, so 4s to wound. A wound comes through, so that's -1.
Yep.
Wound comes through. Not blade artists, are they? They are. Venoms are blade artists.
What does that mean?
Extra AP -1
Oh, right.
to wound when 6s are rolled. But the one wound comes through here against the hammer strike. That's ridiculous. 6 attacks Tom gets.
6s. Hooray!
Take that as
That went well.
take that as a no.
And come on, the hammer strike. See if they got any hammers.
Oh, that's the Storm Raven Tom's just rolled up for.
Yeah.
So 6 attacks with
Yeah,
that.
the hammer strike is 3 attacks. Ooh, hitting on 3s. That's strange.
That's strange.
Strength 5,
Toughness 5.
4s. Oh, the 3
Triple 5. That's a bit
2
scary.
damage each. No, I'm joking, they're not really. Just
2 wounds caused. Nice. Dropping down to 2 wounds left. Strange how that hits on 3s.
Yeah,
But
they're obviously just climbing out and
stabbing.
yeah.
Okay, combat's resolved across the board here. It's not gone the Drukhari's way here. They've done some damage here, but not enough here to surpass what Tom managed to achieve on his turn. So it's all to play for here for both sides. I wonder if Tom's in a good position to strike against the Drukhari here to take the fight to them. I'll have to see what happens. Drukhari have been a bit wary. They haven't closed in too close at this stage. Very early point of the game though. Turn 2, we're going to move on to that next for Tom's Red Scorpions. Morale across here, we just lost 1 model, so that's not going to be a problem. And we'll just calculate and see if any secondaries have been scored. Yes, 1 point picked up for destroying the vehicle, and that's about it here for the Drukhari. So turn 1 comes to an end for them. It's still much to play for in this battle. We'll go on to the second turn now for the Space Marines. Right, so we're on turn 2 movement here for the Red Scorpions. There's definitely a sense that the Drukhari have been disrupted here. You can see their armies sort of scattered across the board and they have to try and deal with different Red Scorpion threats, different parts of the battlefield. So Tom does have reinforcements to arrive as well. So I think there's a slight bit of initiative in Tom's favour at this point in the game. He's done a bit more damage, and the Drukhari are dancing to his tune at the moment.
With the Storm Raven.
Yeah, it did get off lightly with some of the firepower. Yes, no, true. So is there an opportunity here for the Red Scorpions to strike even harder here against the Drukhari? We shall see. It's a glass hammer army, and so if they are hit hard, it may well be difficult for them to recover here. But still very early stages, trying to get an idea of the way the game may go. But we'll let Tom make his moves here on turn 2. So Tom's on the move. Just as he's making his move here, Tom's on Instagram. You can track what he's up to with his different armies.
New secret army project coming.
Oh, there's a secret army, which people can find out.
Should we disclose? Or
I don't know.
Keep it for the first time?
We'll see. But if it is going to be disclosed, you may well get some sneak peeks on Tom's Instagram. The link for that's in the video description below. Some resources for you as well. There is a Red Scorpions painting tutorial on the channel, so that's available for you to copy if you like to look at Tom's force. I think Tom Tom copied that painting tutorial that's available. And then for the Drukhari, in-depth painting tutorial for the vehicles on the Plus channel, regular tutorial for the warriors. I think it's that model there that show you how to paint in that video as well. So plenty of painting resources to help you if you like the look of these colour schemes for the armies. But we'll let Tom continue with his move. You can see the Storm Raven gunship has moved across here. So you've paid a... This is a stratagem.
Yeah, I'll pay it. I will need to pay it. So it's a White Sky stratagem for 1 CP that I can fall back and shoot.
Gotcha. Okay.
So he'll be falling back and shooting. And then the Hammer Strike, sadly I can't use it twice, so the Hammer Strike, because he's a vehicle, will just shoot into combat at this one.
Sit in combat and shoot? Yeah, no, good move. Alright, so movement complete here. Bikers have committed across here, so the 2 of them moving through, and the captain's going to go in. Tom's going to send him in at this point as well. Then across here, Tom pushing through with his units, so Impulsor here with the Blade Guard veterans still inside. Another Impulsor's moved through to here. That does contain...
A Judicia.
On his own?
Yeah, the Librarian's out.
Right, okay, just the one Judicia inside there. Librarian has tucked around just behind the transport vehicles here. Now, the aim with him is to try and smite the Venom out of the way, and that'll free up the Hammer Strike to shoot. So a good idea if Tom can get the mortal wounds to go through. We've seen the Storm Raven gunship moving across, and then around the other side of the board, Bikers in position here. Assault Intercessors on the objective just across here, and then Tom's keeping 1 unit off the board. The other unit of Assault Intercessors, that's for Deploy Scramblers. They'll need to arrive at the middle of the table. It's actually a corner that Tom will need to come on, either across there or across the other side, because he's got to deploy 6 inches away from either deployment zone with those. The other units come in though, arriving here. That's regular Intercessors. All they'll do this turn is deploy their Scramblers to help Tom fulfill that secondary. So movement is complete. We do have a psychic phase next. So straightforward, smite.
No.
It doesn't go off. Any CP left?
No.
None? Okay, so that plan's not going to happen. And then...
Psychic Fortress.
Psychic Fortress, that 5+ invuln?
No.
No, 5. He's probably higher than a 5.
Yeah, that's not good. So I just need to make sure I kill all of your AP4 stuff.
Okay.
Basically.
See how you get on. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Yeah, so go with the obvious one. Hammer Strike is going to go into the Venom to try and destroy it. 2 wounds remain.
So I need 4s with the Melter Shot. Yeah, it's heavy 3, it's not a blast. So 4s with the Melter Shots.
Yeah.
So 2 hits.
I'm -1 to hit, but it doesn't matter. Because it's...
yeah, it can't be more than... so 1 through.
Okay. You never know, we could survive. But really, the main aim is to stop you shooting at other targets this turn. So 5+, no.
You're automatically dead because it's D6 + 2.
I almost wouldn't mind exploding. No. Okay, target destroyed.
We've got the Bikers back here.
So Venom removed. Bikers next. They're all in range 24 of the flyer. Yeah. You're in tactical.
Yes.
Yes, you could actually bring the Void Raven down. It's only got 3 wounds left.
4s.
Don't get more shots than that.
Only if it's
rapid
fire.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
5s.
5s. Nope.
Nothing. Okay, it'll take something else to destroy it.
5 of the pistols from the assault intercessors. They're 18-inch range.
Nice.
3 and 5s. 1 -1.
That's a natural -1.
Mm-hmm.
Not blocked, so dropping down to 2 wounds left on the flyer. It should go this turn, but it's not gone quite yet.
Impulsor. I will just double check.
You got frag storm grenade launchers and the iron rail heavy stubber.
Yeah.
And this is all going into the flyer here. This is iron rail heavy stubber.
2 hits.
5s to wound.
1 wound. -1.
5+. Blocked that one.
And then 2d6 for 8. 6, 8. Pause.
5s.
1.
One more. -1 again. Not blocked. 1 pesky wound left on this thing. Yes, the other impulser is just going to do the same. Just searching for a wound. Just hunting for a wound here.
Iron rail.
This could be it.
Nope.
No.
And then the frags.
I never got to drop my bomb. 1.
Still. 1.
5+. I don't
You might
think
be able to
it's.
drop your bomb now if you roll a 6.
Aye.
It's the equivalent. It's actually better than dropping your bomb.
Do I? Is it worth trying to keep it alive? On a command reroll? Not really. Tom's got nasty weapons to come. I'll let it go. So 6+ to detonate, or just a 6 to detonate. We do! We explode. Boom. Alright, so Void Raven removed from play, but not before some mortal wounds came through. The crucial one, 3 here against the Storm Raven gunship. It's actually going to drop it down a bracket. Speeder took 3 as well. This Impulsor out of range. This one took a wound. Librarian out of range. And out of range here just about with my own Raider. So Void Raven caused some damage before it was removed from play. But it has finally been destroyed. We'll press on. Plenty of more firepower to come for Tom. Alright, so Storm Raven gunship firepower. It's going to go, the heavy weapon's going to go into the flyer to try and cause wounds against that. And then Hurricane bolters and the twin assault cannon going to go into the Raider just here. That has the Trueborn inside it at this point, and the Archon as well.
Oh, nice.
It's tricky. So on 4s becomes, because of damage, and then 5s. But 4 shots though. Get a couple of hits and there'll be cause for celebration. 1 comes through, and 3s to wound.
Yeah.
It does. And we'll go for a 5+ invuln save, which we pass on a 6. Okay. 2 shots now, double 5, well done. This is the rockets. 2 more wounds come through. 2 5+. No. It's going to be 6 damage. I think it's worth trying to command reroll that one. I'll go for Ray Cross here. I'd like to try and keep the damage away from the flyer, if possible. We do, thanks Ray. 5 is an invuln save pass, so 3 damage taken, dropping down to 9 on the Void Raven. So 9 wounds remaining, and this is Hurricane Bolters coming in next. 4s. This is against the Raider.
Come back. Come back.
5s to wound.
A whopping 1.
Okay.
-1.
-1. 5 is a pass. Okay, so no damage coming through there. There we go, just firing with the other one here.
Oh my goodness. 1. That was atrocious.
Right, okay. 5+, which we have not blocked. Okay, so we're dropping down to 6 wounds left on him, but still in pretty good shape. Starting on 10, dropping down to 6 with this Raider.
1, 2,
Okay.
4. I'll go with the bikes.
Yes, across here. There's 2 of them left.
Yeah.
The iron rapid fire range.
I'll go rapid fire into the.
Warriors.
Yep.
Okay. So
And then
paying -1 for the terrain, classing that as the Edmech terrain here.
-2.
4 wounds at -2. We're going to lose models. We'll keep the blaster alive. So looking something like that, one model left. Captain next.
Toughness 3?
Yep.
2.
To make it through, this should be the end. Yep, squad wiped out, well done, target destroyed. Okay, the shooting phase is finished. Both sides have nasty close combat units inside transports at the moment. Until that is resolved, we'll not know which way this game's going to go. Both sides holding off, trying to destroy each other, mostly with firepower here, and trying to peel off the edges from each other's armies here. But the core that lies at the centre of both of these armies is these nasty close combat units available for both sides. But shooting phase is finished. We're going to charges next. Alright, so charge phase here. The charges that we thought would go ahead, they haven't. 2 foul charges here. Tom rolling very low indeed, and these charges have not gone ahead. But the hammer strike has gone in to try and disrupt the Void Raven bomber. We'll have to bank, turn, and fall back from that combat to stop us from firing next turn. May as well just make your attacks. That's the only charge that's gone ahead here.
Yeah, so 3 attacks. 2 hits.
5s.
1 wound.
4, no, a wound caused. That'll knock us down another wound. So I'll fight back here. Needing 6s. Nothing. Okay, so combat resolved. Turn comes to an end. Just looking around to see if there's any morale here. No, don't think there's a problem for morale for anybody. So we'll end the turn. We'll get a total here. We'll give you a score to give you an idea of what's going on. So Tom just totaling up points picked up this turn. Yeah, okay, so 9 points picked up so far, and Tom is 2 out of 3 with deploy scramblers at this stage of the game. Primary is proving a bit awkward here in this game. Drukhari only on 1, so not getting any points next turn. Tom didn't pick up any, and out of position as well. Both sides trying to manoeuvre to kill each other at this point in the game. Primary is becoming of secondary importance at this point in the battle, but it's a decider in any battle, so both sides need to think about picking up primaries as soon as possible. Turn comes to an end. We'll go on to Drukhari, turn 2 for them next. Alright, so movement phase complete here. Tom predicting the Drukhari may well cause some trouble this turn. Primaries, none picked up here, but Drukhari started to position themselves on primary objectives, but still I think the priority is to try and repel the Red Scorpions as much as possible. The flyer that was up here, we've flown it off the board, so it can come on next turn. Then we used Eviscerating Flyby and brought down one of the Marines here from this Intercessor squad. Now, it's turn 2, so we're on advance and charge. These have advanced, but they will be allowed to charge and shoot as well. Venom moving across to here, going to try and take on the bikers. You can see the last unit to bring on is the Scourges. Now, they usually are meant to go into Tom's deployment zone and finish off deploy scramblers. We've brought them on here just to lend some firepower support in this direction. Another Venom's moved across here to fire across here also. Witches have disembarked from this transport. We've kept Drazar and the Incubi inside. The Witches have disembarked. They haven't advanced. Going to shoot and then charge in here if there's anything left. We have disembarked with the Archons, so he has advanced. He rolled a 4. He's made it this far, so he's moved on to this objective, and again can advance and charge. So looking to charge in this direction, maybe if we can into the Librarian. We'll go around the other side of the table. There's some more movement that's taken place. So across here, remember this Venom was back here, disembarking 3, movement 10 for my Witch unit and the Succubus because of their combat drugs, then advancing with both, adding 2 to the score because they're Cult of the Red Grief. They've made it to here, so a 6 and a 7-inch charge will put them in against the bikers. That's some distance they've covered.
Yeah, the bikers were about 27 inches away from them.
We've managed to.
I thought they were reasonably safe.
These sprinting ladies here doing the 100-yard dash have made it all the way across the board, and now are a threat to the bikers sheltering here next to the drop pods. That's movement done for the Drukhari, but some swift manoeuvring done from them. We'll go on to shooting phase next. So you're going to fire down here the Witches, 4+ with the blast pistol. Into the flyer, just do the logical shot first of all, it's missed. Going to throw a grenade against the flyer as well, 2 shots. 2 hits, and a wound comes through at -1. So a wound picked off, and then 3 pistol shots going into the bikers. 2 hits, 4s, a wound comes through, no minus on the bikers. A wound caused against them. Not enough to slay a model, but another wound caused. So moving along, this venom, we'll try and pick off the captain here in red. So looking for 3s. Then 3s to wound because of Cabal of the Poison Tongue. They're all wounded. It's AP -1. So 5 saves here to make. I think it's trouble for the captain.
Nope, all passed. He's got a 2+ save because of his Storm Shield.
Oh yes, on the bike. Very good. So passed. Right, okay, very good. So he's passed there on a 3+. I think we're going to have to go into him again. We'll try. All we need. I'm searching for 2 wounds here, so we'll go with the next one. Need 3s. We're getting the hits. 3s to wound. 3 this time. 3 more saves.
He's dead.
And now he's gone. All right, so captain destroyed. Next, just switching over, we'll just get the logical ones done. All of these, offloading everything they have into the intercessors. +1 ballistic skill, -1 because we advanced, so 3s with the blasters. Just the 1 hit comes through. 2s to wound. AP -4, D6 damage. Yeah, so 1 marine picked off. And then we'll go, well, forget the rifles, they're rapid fire, so they cannot shoot. So 3 marines left from that intercessor squad. Right, so 2 CP. I'm going to take this venom here. I'm going to try and poison the flyer. You're allowed to shoot the vehicles and get the normal effect. So it's going to be 4s for hits, though, which we get 4. Then instead of 6s to wound, it's going to be 3s. Those have made it through. So there's 3 saves here at -1. They're 2 damage a time. Chance to cause trouble for the flyer. Not dice rolling like that. Well done. 2 5s and a 6. That's blocked that damage coming through. Dark Elder trying to be sneaky with some metal toxins here, but it's not brought the flyer down. Okay, we'll turn to the Scourges next. So they're going to put all of their firepower into the bikers. Going to try and shred them if possible. So 4d6 shots with the shredders. Okay, not bad at all. So 17 shots here. So there's 10, 15, 17. Needing 3s. Not usually shooting when they land. It's usually deploy scramblers, but they've got a lot of hits. Strength 6. So 3s to wound. It's good if you have failed. That's a failure. And that one, and that one, and that one. Okay, so it's actually 6 have made it through. AP -1. Failed.
1 dead and 2 wounds on the next one.
Okay. There's the poisoned carbine here. Looking for 3s. 3s to wound. Yeah, 2 wounds. No minus to these. So regular armour saves.
1 more wound.
Another wound caused. Okay, just 1 wound left here on the biker sergeant. What I'm going to do next is going to try and finish off the fly with a Dark Lance hit if we can. I've got 2 raiders, so I'll go 1 at a time. First raider, this one. Missed. The next raider. Missed because we need 4 because of -1 to hit against the fly. Okay, so that's the raiders done. We've got the Trueborn left. There's a Dark Lance in there. And some blasters available and some rifles. Okay, so we're going to fire blasters and the Dark Lance into here. Need to get rid of the flyer, I think, and then we'll go with poisoned rifles. Try and finish off the biker sergeants. Looking for 2s. And then 3s to wound. 5. 5 saves, regular, 3+.
Dead.
Okay, so he's gone. Then we'll go for the Dark Lance. 2s for a hit. There's no minuses for the Trueborn.
My warm fuzzy feelings go.
It's disappearing. 3s for the wound. No, the wound hasn't come through. I'm saying that blasters should do it, but there's a danger that they won't. So I'm going to try and I'm going to command reroll this because I really want it to go through because I know the Dark Lance will pack enough punch to destroy this thing. It does, right? It's -4. It's D3 +3 damage. So flyer has gone and doesn't explode, but Storm Raven gunship is no more. Right, so shooting phase finished. It's cleared the air a little bit. That big flyer's gone. Drukhari flyers are off the board. 1's destroyed and 1 is currently off the table. We're going to charges next. Multiple charges. Not all of them are guaranteed to go ahead here. So we'll see which ones make it in. Charges coming up next. All right, so charges going ahead. Most have, but one of the crucial ones hasn't. The succubus. All re-rolling charges here because of Cult of the Red Grief, but she hasn't made it in. There's a 7-inch charge required from her.
She didn't need a Weepex.
No, well, she ran well enough, but just failed at the last hurdle there. But which sisters made it in. 5 of those did make it in with their charge. Needed to use the command reroll here on the Archon. Didn't make it in charging the Librarian and the Impulsor, but on the reroll, comfortably make it in across there. Rerollable charge, Witches have made it in against the Sergeant on the bike, and then across here, Reavers have gone in against the Intercessors. Now, how many CP? No CP left. So no interrupts to take place here. Drukhari can fight at their leisure. So we'll do this attack first of all. The Witches going in as Hecatrix, equipped with an Agonizer. So we'll do this one first. Adrenalite on an extra attack, so we'll add that one in. 111 though. And then Force to Wind. Yes, AP minus 3 for the Agonizer.
Yeah, I would have had a 6, but save, but that's him dead.
Okay, so Sergeant's slain, and then we'll make a consolidation move for the squad. Okay, so consolidating across and tapping into the vehicle just to try and disrupt that to some degree. Then we'll go for the Archon next. No, we'll do Witches across the other side. We'll do their attacks. Okay, so attacks lined up here. We've got the Agonizer. We'll do that first of all. So needing 3s. 4s. 1 makes it through at minus 3.
Oh.
Okay, wound caused. And then 3 attacks base plus the Hecatari Blade. Too far away from any bonuses from the succubus. Loads of misses. Missed, all them. It's going to be 5s to wound. Just the 1 comes through. Disaster. Tom's going to wipe him out here. It's -1, but he's passed, no problem. So no damage coming through. Really did need the succubus to make it in, but she has failed. We'll go across here now. Reavers fighting against the Intercessors. So 3 attacks base, +1 for the squad leader, and then plus another 6 attacks for Adrenalite. Looking for 3s. Again, heaps of 1s and 2s being rolled. All of those have missed. And those, and that one. Force to wound. Okay, good recovery here. These 2 are at -2. And then another 5 at -1. This is attacking using blade veins here.
-2.
Yeah.
Pass both.
Well done.
-1. Passed. I failed 1.
1 wound taken. Squad's still over half strength, so good saves there with Tom's armour. And then the last attack coming now will be the Archon. Okay, so Archon, bit of shenanigans going on with him. Base of 5 attacks, 2 extra attacks to the Djinn Blade. He's going to fight at strength 4, AP minus 3, 3 damage. I'm going to put 2 attacks into the Librarian, 5 attacks into the vehicle. There is the ability, Splinter Genius. He can fight again right at the very end of the fight phase. We'll see what happens. We'll do our attacks into the Librarian first of all. So I've missed 1. And then I'm going to go for Force to Wound. No, we've not wounded the Archon. And then we'll put our attacks into the Rhino, or into the Impulsor. They've all hit. 5s to wound. A wound comes through. It's not that great. -3.
Yep.
Okay, 3 damage.
So I've got 4 left.
4 wounds left, yep, okay. So we get to use that weapon at the end of the fight phase, so Tom can fight back now with his units. Chance for him to strike back. They're all in. It's going to blow those witches away. So Drukhari, I think, are going to struggle across that side of the board. Tom will clear the witches, and the succubus may well find herself in trouble here. We'll see what Tom rolls up.
2.
We've got a 4+ invuln save, I guess. Yep, here comes the attacks against the witches. Yep. We were discussing about trying to lock Tom down in close combat, but he's able to pull back here. So
7.
7 make it through.
And it's what turn is it? This is turn. It's only turn 2.
Only turn 2. Yeah, there's so much going on here.
-1.
4+ dodge. Ooh, looks like we're going to go. It's the wipeout. They're gone. Target destroyed very quickly. So Impulsor's done his attacks. Librarian now. Chance to try and cause some trouble against the Archon. Oh, is that one you've done?
With that's one I've done. Yeah,
Right.
The Impulsor hasn't. I'm going to pile in with the Impulsor.
Okay.
And the Librarian.
This is Librarian.
Hit on 3s. Wounded on 3s. So that's 3.
What's he equipped with?
Power sword.
Not Force Sword, D3.
Force sword, yeah. So it's +1. Yeah, -3 D3, but you have to do them one at a time for your...
Yeah, shadow field. Here it comes.
So 1 to start with will be amazing.
Oof, close. One more, please. Ah!
It's
It's done, it's failed. Shadowfield's gone down. Oh, this is not going so well. Damage, 2 wounds caused. Well done.
Impulsor's just going to pile into him and do 3 attacks. 6s. 3s. Yep.
Wound comes through. Take a 4+ armor save. Failed. Another wound cause. He ran over his foot. 3 wounds down. Archon's in trouble. Okay, any other combats? That one's been resolved. Your Marines.
Oh, my Marines
across here.
So 1, 2, 3. And then you...
10 attacks, by the looks of it. 10 attacks. Need 3s. Need 4s.
5.
5 make it through. 4 up armor saves. And we're going to lose a model and a wound on another. Alright, so that's resolved. We'll move across it. So turn's finished. Just got the Archon here. I'm just going to have to go into that librarian. I want to try and kill him. So 7 attacks, need 2s. So all of them. 4s to wound. Okay.
3.
I think he's a blade artist actually. So that's coming for AP -4. So damage, 9 wounds caused. So that's the end of him. Finally brought him down, but it's come at a cost to the Archon. That's going to round off the turn. We'll see what points have been picked up here by the Drukhari. It's not all gone their way here. An intricate plan, but it's not gone ahead in a number of places across the board. So still the battle rages, both sides still in the fight at this point. It feels like there's a lot more to come here. There's heavy infantry locked in here, heavy infantry inside here, so both sides haven't fully committed to the fight at this point. We'll get a tally and see what points have been picked up by the Drukhari. Yeah, it's a low-scoring game. At this point, it's 9 points to Tom, 5 points to the Drukhari. So both sides not picking up too many points here. We're going to go on to turn 3 for Tom. You can see we're already on turn 3. He's moving aggressively once again with his force. This battle's far from decided. I think turn 3 will be crucial for both sides, but Tom gets to go first here. We'll go on to turn 3 for the Red Scorpions coming up next. So Tom on the move here. Drukhari are dangerous, but Tom's taken the right approach and gone after them immediately, trying to make an impact on turn 1. So something to bear in mind if you find yourself up against Drukhari, one of your own games at 40k, then it's worth trying to take the fight to them if possible here on the first turn of the game. Drukhari have struggled here, looking to try and get the succubus in to cause trouble. I rolled up off camera. She would have caused a lot of mortal wounds against these, but it hasn't happened. Tom's bounced off the witches that did go in. He's got 2 decent units now on this objective and can try and clear the Drukhari out of this area. Primaries, 5 points picked up. Tom found himself on 2 at the start of the turn, so it's the first of the primary objective points been picked up here, but low scoring at this stage of the game. We'll let Tom finish his move. Alright, so turn 3 movement complete. Staying in close combat here with the intercessors. So disembarking with the Judicia first of all, moving across to take on the Archon. There's no shadow field for him, so should be able to be brought down. My ball trait forces Tom to fight last. Judicia forces me to fight last. You activate first, so Tom will get to fight first if Tom charges in. If you can make the 1-inch move, as that charge will go ahead. And then across here, the Blade Guard veterans, now 5 strong. Tom usually runs 3, but there's 5 of them now. They disembarked from the Impulsor and have moved across here to take on the witches and to clear this objective. Then the Impulsor moved across through to here. So Tom's trying to, like roadblock style here, to keep the Drukhari back to clear and hold objectives. So playing tactically now primary objective priority is kicking in for the Red Scorpions. Tom trying to get ahead with that at this stage.
I need to stop you from getting your final deploy scramblers.
Trying to stop my scramblers. This was a mistake to bring these in here. These should have been used to deploy scramblers as they're meant to. The Drukhari may well regret bringing them in to support with firepower. Hammer Strike moving across to lend some firepower support as well. And across the other side of the board, it's Assault Intercessors claiming the objective. Bikers have moved out, looking to, I think it's a drive-by shooting against the succubus.
Into them, and then I've got those that can shoot into her as well. So
right, she may well find herself in trouble, and if
And then hopefully claim the objective off you there. All of my chainswords are now damaged too in the assault doctrine.
Damage 2, yeah, Venom may well find itself in trouble. And then there's another unit right in the corner.
Deploying scramblers.
Deploying scramblers in the middle of the table. Okay, so that...
Hold an objective.
And claim the objective. Looking a lot healthier now for the Red Scorpions. I think the game's swinging back in Tom's favour. We'll see what happens. We'll go on to shooting phase for them next. So, lightning fast reactions. I put it on the succubus just in the dream of trying to keep her alive. So, Tom's just rolled that. Oh dear. Loads of hits. 3s to wound. Yeah, she's not +1 toughness.
6.
This could be enough to bring her down. We'll take our 4+ invuln saves. Cover's not going to help her here. Ooh, not bad. Yeah, we passed. We'll keep that then. 2 wounds taken.
Alright.
So,
bolt pistols into him.
okay.
How many wounds has she got?
She's got 3 left.
Ooh.
4s.
She'll live.
3s.
Yeah, 1.
Comes through. 4+ invuln save. Passed again. She's still alive. She remains a thorn in the flesh. There's some wounds to pass on to her. But succubus is alive at this stage. Okay, so the hammer strike then is going to... The 2 rockets are going to try and take out the succubus.
Yep.
Just need 1 success with that. And the rest of the firepower is going to try and take out the weakened raider.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 hit.
2s to wound.
1 wound.
4+ invuln save. Failed. I'm going to command reroll it. Just try and keep her alive. Frank for Fecky. 4+. Yes, just about got a 4, so she's still alive. Refusing to die.
The Mauter shots. 2 hits.
3s to wound.
1 wound.
1 comes through. 5+ invuln save. Failed. Tom rolls well.
+2 because I'm within 12.
Well done.
So 6 damage.
Dead. Detonates. Again, another explosion taking place in this game. Right, we'll work.
Third one.
we'll work out the mess here, but Raider blows up. Okay, so we've worked out the mess. Mortal wound caused here. 3 mortal wounds against the Impulsor. It's now only got 1 wound left. 2 mortal wounds on this. And disembarking, lost 2. And keeping within 3. Model removed from play. So another nasty explosion taking place here.
Every time it's been when they've been killed by the hammer strike, I think, isn't it?
Oh, he's got some kind of...
Good debut. One of them is having a good debut.
Yep, no, doing well so far.
Judas is just going to fire his pistol into the...
Is it damage 2?
It's damage 2.
She could finish him off. Here it comes.
The Executioner hits.
And it's called the Executioner?
No, that's what I'm calling it. I'm calling it the Executioner. So if you could just fail your save, he just climbs out of the transport, sticks an revolver bolt pistol to your head, and...
Between the eyes, and yes, I'll not be blamed for this. We'll try and get the right score here. It's Will Wright. Minus? Is there a minus?
It's a pistol.
Yes.
So it's -1 normally, but because we're now in
no.
fighty fight, it's -2.
Oh, he's a 6. Well, it's not
Well,
me.
if anyone can do it, Will can do it.
Yes.
See? See, we told you.
Good for you, Will. Good for you and good for me. Right.
Well, that's not one you stole off me, is it, this time?
No, that's one of my own ones. That's good.
Well, in that case, then, I'll fire 5 blade guard pistols at him.
Just as you pull the trigger, he moves his head to the left or to the right and dodges the bullet. Archon, we may as well. Come on, face your foe. What's these shots coming in?
The bolt.
Oh, no, pistols, cowards. 2 wounds, and they're...
Yeah, 2 wounds.
Oh, they're -2 as well? Oh, come on.
And let me double check the -2. Heavy bolt pistol, yeah, -2.
Heavy bolt pistols. Right.
Dodge this one. Are you sure you don't want to use...
Patreon, I've got 1 left.
You can have your one back from earlier. I don't mind if you want to use it.
Okay, thanks, Tom. We'll use both. The red one is Michael Fryer, and the last one is Maxfield Knuckles, a 6/6. It's not impossible, but it's exceptionally unlikely. I'll just roll up here, Michael Fryer.
Oh, the dream is still alive.
The dream is alive.
This would be amazing.
Okay, Maxfield Knuckles.
This will be the second time in history, in channel history, that the Patrons have done a 6/6. So, can they do it?
1 in 6. Just that we've got to the chance of 1 in 6 is amazing. Okay, need a 6 with Max of Knuckles, living the dream. Oh, it's a 3.
So close. Come on, reroll.
Come on, reroll. Yes, I will. I was saving it for something important, but who cares? It's just... Oh, no, it's gone. Oh, blast. Oh, come.
Blasted.
The disciples destroyed. Drazarth face palms whilst on board the vehicle. These disciples not done too well. Okay, almost made a bit of channel history there, but not quite. Thanks to the patrons, though. Good effort from them, but not quite enough. Asking too much. It's too much extreme stuff being required from them. They're doing very, very well here, but it's getting a bit ridiculous, the requirements from them. So, shooting phase, has that ended it?
That,
A bit shooting with these?
no, because they fell back.
Oh, I see.
So I've got.
So you're just roadblocking with them? Right,
I'm
okay.
just wondering whether it's worth paying 1 CP for this one to shoot to finish these guys off. Or what's the save on your bat ladies?
Bat ladies, Batmen, 4+ to a 5+ in one save.
The impulsor into them.
Yeah, Tom's going to spend it. Okay,
Oh,
so
in fact, I forgot these ones here as well.
there's many tempting targets here.
These are the ones that ignore all modifiers.
Yeah, they're the good ones. Yes, the
What
Troop Born.
weapons have you got there? Blaster?
There's 2 blasters and a Dark Lance inside that squad.
But they've got fly,
They do.
probably a bit faster.
14-inch move, yes.
What's your leadership on these?
8. Oh, no, +1. They'll be 9 because they're Troop Born.
Oh, and what's their 6 up in one and normal armor save?
Tom's continuing with his pub quiz here. We'll let Tom we'll let Tom finish off here with his questions, and then we'll come back to this in just a second. Going after these with everything.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, here it comes.
After the quiz. So 3s. Oh dear. All that quiz for nothing. 3s. Oh.
No, so
Blast. Literally blast. Well, that would do. 11 shots.
11 shots, good recovery. 3s for hits, nothing I can do yet.
Well, you can just let me roll that badly.
Okay, and then 3s to wound.
5.
5.
So,
What is the minus? This is the question.
So it's a grenade weapon, which means
That's turn 1. No.
yeah, which means nothing.
I'm going to roll, see what I get.
There's no minus.
We've rolled well. 2 have been slain, so we'll actually lose the squad leader, and then 1 equipped with a shredder. Okay, so 2 casualties taken,
No, it's
and
really worth it. After the whole top quiz and then
yeah. Okay, so shooting phase finished. There are some charges to take place here. The game still hangs in the balance. This is running tight at the moment.
pistols. Sorry.
Pistols in close combat. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, just 3 quick pistols. All that.
And no
Here we go.
wounds.
Can't change fast.
Okay. Charges next. All right, so charges taking place. Blade Guard veterans and the Judiciary rolled a 10, so they've made it in against the Witches. This is going well now for the Red Scorpions. And the Bikers multi-charge going into the Venom to stop me from claiming the objective and for Tom to claim the objective himself. And also 2 of the models will get to fight against the Succubus going in against her. This is a crucial round. How many attacks?
So, the Sergeant gets 3 base, and the regular gets 2 base. Then they get +2 each for charge, +1 each for chainsword, and +1 each for being a space marine.
Yeah.
3s?
3s. She's in trouble. Big trouble. Huge trouble. Wounds.
3s?
Oh, no, she's going to go. If I just need to fail 2 of these. 7.
Yeah, 2 damage each.
Not impossible.
And
I've got
-2. So,
4+ in 1. Yeah. Okay, so I've got these to roll up here. I'm going to do them one at a time. Just try and keep the dream alive. 4+, just need to pass all of them except 1. Ah, the dream's over. No, still alive. It's dead. Oh, yeah, she's gone. She's gone. It's a terrible shame. She could have struck back hard, but it's not to be. The game is shifting towards Tom's Red Scorpions now. They're punishing the Drukhari.
this one?
You can just feel the game breaking here.
5. 1.
I see a vision of a hammer made of glass. Shattering. The glass hammer's breaking here. So how many wounds coming through?
One, just one. -2. 2 damage.
2 damage, yeah. Put 2 wounds on, dropping down to 4 left on that venom. And then Tom can add more attacks across it. Blade guard, here they come. This is trying to take the witches. Should be easy. Looking for 3s. Looking for, well, strength 5.
Yeah, so still 3.
Still 3s.
No, it wasn't great. 3, 6, 9, 10.
10 4-ups. Maybe. Just maybe. No. Destroyed. Target wiped out. Okay, so resolved and a consolidation move made. We get to pick a fight, so we'll do this one. 21 attacks now, 5 models with the squad leader, the Hekatari with the blade veins, the extra attacks coming from Adrenalite. 2s for hits now. All of them except 2. And then 4s for wounds. Chance, just maybe we can do quite well. That's looking okay. Yeah. 1 at -2. 6 at -1. 7 at -1.
7 at -1. Failed 3.
Okay. You're going to hold, and then 1 save at -2.
Saved.
Well done. Okay, so it's a model. Slain.
I took 3 wounds, so it's a model and a half. Yeah, so the 1 wound on that, and yeah, so just a sergeant left.
Just a sergeant left.
Yeah.
With 2 wounds remaining. Okay, so he gets to fight.
2 hits. 1 wound.
-1.
-1 now. 2
Assault
damage.
doctrine. 2 damage. Pass though on a 6. Okay, so we hold there with the bikers. Tom can pick. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's just the venom fighting now. Need 4s. 5s. Nope. And that's about it. Okay, so combat's resolved. Bit of morale to check here, especially for some Drukhari units, and then we'll round off the turn. So turn's finished. Morale's been passed to all the Drukhari units, no problem. Points been picked up. 3 points for Tom for engaging all fronts in 4 out of 4 table quarters. And
I got destroyed the vehicle.
another vehicle being destroyed. Okay, we'll give you a tally at this point just to show you what the Drukhari need to catch up. The problem now for the Drukhari at this stage is Tom now finds himself in position on 5 out of the 6 objectives. This one, very strong on here, holding this one, holding the home objective now quite comfortably. Psychopus is gone. Contesting this one across here and over in that corner. Deploy scramblers and also objective grabbing use for that unit as well. So Drukhari only sitting on 1. They'll pick up no points or primaries on their turns. They're out of shape for sure. And
28-5.
28
It's
to
a
5.
seriously low scoring game because of the hold 2.
Because the whole 2, yes, for primaries. Okay, we'll end the turn here. Drukhari need to do something drastic at this point to try and salvage this game. It could be too late for them, but we'll see what happens. We'll go on to their turn 3. It's still the middle stage of the game. Their turn 3 coming up next. Right, so Drukhari turn 3. No primaries picked up here, but Drukhari are going to try and do their best to address the situation. Remaining in close combat here. Then empty venoms moving around to claim this objective. Jumping across the scourges as well. We've committed now with the Drukhari to the Incubi here. So advance move made by the regular Incubi, and then Drazar, Master of Blades, lining himself up to go against 2 vehicles potentially. Then across here, the Raiders picked up the 2 warriors that were here, and the 8 Trueborn picked up inside the transport, and then moved off 14 with that onto the objective. We've paid a command point to fall back and shoot here with this venom, and then coming on from reserve is the Void Raven Bomber. So Drukhari still have some assets available here. The game's not over quite yet, and still really the middle stage of the game. We'll go on to their shooting phase next. So I'm going to fire everything inside this into the bikers to try and soften them up as much as possible. So we'll go for heavy firepower first of all. So Dark Lance first, 2s. Okay, move on. 2 blaster shots, then 2s. 3s to wound. 1 wound comes through, AP -4. D6 damage. It's a 1. I've got no command points left, so 1 wound taken. Tom is going to be happy with that result. Then 5 models left. Rapid fire with their rifles. Damage is not coming through here. We were hoping it would work. So 2s for hits, 3s for wounds, no minuses, 5 saves.
No.
Okay, it's enough to actually slay a biker. And then the other 2 Carbonite Warriors, 3s for their hits, and 3s to wound. 2 more.
Yep, all good.
Past those. Okay, so that's that shooting resolved. There's a Dark Lance, which I'll put into the bikers as well. That's from the Raider. Hits, 2s, yes, -4, D3 plus 3. Biker removed.
Sorry, I would have put it on 10.
That's fine, okay. Yeah, just that's model. That's the model that's claiming the objective. Okay, so 1 biker left. This Venom's going to fire all the way across against the Marines in that corner. Need 3s. 3s to wound, just because of the poison tongue. -1.
Am I getting cover then? Because of the...
Yeah, Tom can take cover on the guys behind, not the ones on top.
3, did you say?
Yeah, 3 saves,
3 ups.
3 ups.
1 wound through.
Yeah, 2 damage, so it's going to be a
1 guy dead.
Marine slain. Now we'll go for the flyer. Going to put 2 shots into the biker to see if we can get rid of it. 1 hit comes through.
Are you bracketed? No?
No, he's fresh that one. Yeah.
You're
8 wounds, yeah. 3s. No, strength 9, toughness 5, I take it. Yeah, not gone through. Got 5 pistols in here. Need 3s. Yeah, splinter mind, needing 2s. 4s to wound. 2 wounds come through, no minus.
All good.
Passed on 2 5s.
Sergeant is defined.
This Venom, 5 power. This Venom's going to have to try and take out the bike. 3s. 3s. 2 make it through, -1.
1 through, 2 damage.
2 damage. Boy. And then it's going to have to be this other Venom. Got to try and clear that objective at least. This is not going according to plan. Needing 3s. Needing 3s again. 2 make it through. 2 4-ups.
Nope.
Snake Eyes, that's him gone. We were hoping to clear the other corner. Okay, but we've cleared that objective at least. Shredders next. Just looking around to see if there's anything else to shoot. No, Shredders. They're going to try and pick off the last wound from this Impulsor just here. 3d6 shots. 9 shots. 3s. It's good shooting. 5s. There may be enough. It's AP -1. 3.
Yep.
Got it. Does it explode?
Okay. Patreons.
It's Patreon time.
Currently, the driver is frantically working away inside, trying to rig it to blow.
Pulling out pins from grenades. Oh, stop! No! Get!
Come on!
How many times?
Get in!
Right, we're going to have to... I'm sure there's a rule that says that number of explosions is capped at 3 per game.
Brilliant.
Please.
Drazar.
Right, okay, go on then, go ahead. Oh, 2 wounds.
Incubi.
Yeah.
Call on another Patreon.
Oh, come on, Lucas Becker.
What?
One slain, okay.
And then, okay, then the rest is on mine, isn't it? So on
I'll remove him.
Here, on the speeder,
3, ouch.
Here, and on the impulsor,
3, ouch.
It was worth it.
Painful explosions here for both of us in this game.
And there, you made sure they were out of range, didn't you?
Yes, that was pre-measured just in case you exploded. Oh dear, don't forget the 2 wounds on Drazar. Oh, what a pain. Painful for me. They're probably enjoying themselves with this extra pain being caused. It's right up the street here for the Drukhari. They enjoy the pain, but it's not pleasant to watch if you're trying to use them in a game. So, wounds coming through. This needs to drop to 6.
Yeah, 3 wounds taken.
Ouch.
And 3 wounds on that.
And that drops to 5. Okay, makes our job easier in close combat here, but it's a messy business. I think we'll cap it at how many? 4 explosions in this game?
We've still got 1 Patreon left, so.
Right, called Luke.
Yep.
Luke Schwengel. Okay, so shooting phase is finished. Drukhari all of a sudden, I've got a lot of units on the board here, but tactically still out of shape. Got to clear this. If we can, we'll go on to charges next. All right, so charge is taking place. Incubi moving through here. Got kind of an idea. I'm going to try and... Tom saying he could advance and charge. So these are going to be very quick. If he does decide to go after the Incubi and Drazar, he may well just decide to call a truce at this point on the board. No, okay. Then Drazar has charged in here against the Speeder. Okay, so these combats to resolve, should be able to cut the vehicles down, should be able to. And then across here, this ongoing combat still continuing on as the Sergeant bravely holds up the jet bikes. Yes, Incubi to fight first. They should be able to bring this vehicle down to 6 wounds remaining. This will be the 3 regulars fighting. Do the Clavex in just a moment. So looking for 2s. Then 5s to wound becomes 4s to wound with Drazar just within 6. All right, so I think we've done it. This one here is damage 3 at AP minus 4. Mm-hmm. So just go straight through. Mm-hmm. And then 2 saves here of 6+. Right, okay, so that was the easy bit. Next comes the roll to see if Tom explodes, which he will use Luke Jean Gale. And I know what he's going to roll. He's going to roll a
3.
It's a 3, okay. Okay, we've stopped the rot here of exploding vehicles. One more left. Vehicle removed from plane. Here, so I've had to head towards the closest enemy unit, which is the skimmer, as we've headed off towards the objective. We claim that objective now. Next comes Drazar, Master of Blades, with his attacks.
But
he gains everything. Going for 7 attacks here with the dual blades, looking for 2s. Then
hitting on 2s, re-rolling everything isn't really that big a deal, really, is it? Because most of the time you're hitting all of them anyway.
Yeah.
But it's the re-roll of the wounds is huge.
4s. Rerollable. He's using his warlord trait, Hatred Eternal. No 6s coming through, so they're all damage 2 at minus 3. Loads of 6s required here.
None.
Okay, and then do you explode? Is it your last chance to explode? It's the last chance here.
Scorpion? No.
Okay. Vehicle destroyed, mission accomplished. Drazar's going to sit exactly where he is. I don't think that distance is going to be enough. We'll see what Tom comes up with on his turn. But mission accomplished, clearing those vehicles away. That'll help for our secondaries. Drukhari now clearing the centre of the table. Not much left at this stage. Has Tom done enough? Still plenty of questions remaining here in this game. The quiz continues. Questions remain. This turn comes to an end. I'll calculate points. Drukhari is still going to be behind by a fair bit, but they've made some strides towards clearing the board. Yes, Tom's pointing to this corner. Tom gets to fight first with the Sergeant. This will be a clear table quarter, actually, if we can bring him down.
So that's 3 at minus 1.
Nice.
And each one
5
is
ups.
dead 1, so 2 dead.
2 damage? What's that for then? For white scars?
Yeah.
So you've just killed 2?
Yeah.
That is painful. I'd say so. It's like a relic he's carrying. I'm just looking to see what each one's equipped with. He can die. And so can he. So I'm down to my blasters now. And that wound comes off. Me. Sergeant was wounded. Me.
No, Sergeant's not wounded.
Okay. Right, so I fight back. I've got less stuff now. Not good. I still got a lot of attacks, but it's making it difficult here to try and bring the Sergeant down. Looking for 2s. As using blade veins, so 4s to wound. 6s will be very, very helpful indeed. There's 2 6s. 2 at 5+. He's still alive. 5 at 4+.
Oh.
Die, you Scorpion, Space Marine, get out of here. I've had enough of this unit, get them out. That's it.
2 points.
2 points picked up for that. Finally get to see that unit removed from play. But the brave Sergeant here, a purity seal being granted to him. So we'll mark the spot where he fell. Yeah, okay, Tom's still ahead by a fair bit. 28 points to him, 12 points to the Drukhari. We haven't deployed our scramblers yet, haven't finished that off, so that's kept 10 points away and struggling for primaries at this stage. Tom now stretched, though, for resources. Units across here, units on the home objective, units over on this corner, so fighting in the far reaches of this battlefield, but the rest of the board all around here has been cleared out by the Drukhari. They've picked up 2 points for clearing this table quarter. Can Tom cling on here to see the game through to victory? It's tough. Hard to call at this stage. Turn 4 for the Red Scorpions next. So Tom's on his move. Good game of 40k this one. Vicious fighting from both sides. desperate stuff taking place. A good spread of play across the board. Real battles and fights erupting all across the table. Both sides fast around the table, boasting some decent firepower and some very nasty units in close combat. It's a good match up here. It's always been a good game. The encounter last season was good between the Drukhari and the Red Scorpions. But a fresh start here, fresh armies for both sides. And once again, a decent match up here. We'll let Tom finish his manoeuvring. Right, Tom just finishing off his move. Across here, Blade Guard veterans have moved out. There's not much choice here for the Red Scorpions. They've got to continue to go aggressive here with these. Judicia's moved out. Advanced moves being made here. It's a 7-inch charge required to try and reach Drazar. It's Assault Intercessors lining up with their pistols. They might be able to finish them off with pistol firepower. And then advanced move made here by the Assault Intercessors moving off towards this objective here. But Tom's saying running low on resources here, not too many options. But still units that can pack a mean punch in close combat.
Pistols.
Shooting phase next. Okay, here it comes. Pistols to finish off Drazar, maybe. 3s to... Oh, toughness 4, actually. A wound. AP minus...
2.
Minus 2. Passed on a 5. No wounds taken so far. Blade Guard veterans, their pistols are going to go into Drazar. What strength are they?
4.
They're strength 4. 2 more come through. I'll not die, but I might take some wounds here. Pass 1, fail another. So another wound taken on him.
3 wounds left. Still need to get 2 through.
Alright, shooting phase finished. We'll go on to charges next. Okay, trouble for the Drukhari. Now the game's swinging back round to Tom with some clever manoeuvring. So charge and a stretch here against the Incubi, which is fine. A 7 was required. Tom rolled a 7. So Judicia's made it in. And then across here, a bit of clever play as well. So Intercessors stretching. They're not trying to claim any objectives, just trying to disrupt the Drukhari from claiming either of those two. Tom's got a model win range of each. So
if one of these fell back and I had to, then I would have to declare which one of those I control, but because I'm not actually controlling either of them.
But you actually, yes, you do need to declare because your objective's secured. Yes, we'll rethink this one here. I'm just going to figure out
I can declare this one.
Yes.
And still contest that one.
Yeah, just with a model?
Yeah.
Of course, right,
yeah.
No problem, okay.
I'll declare that I'm holding this one.
That's fine. Charge is done. I'm immediately going to roll up Tormentors here, just to see what happens. Need to beat a 9. Got a 9. And then across here. 9. Almost tormented them. But I think they're angry enough to resist that torment at this stage. We'll go on to combat resolution. Tom, I can't interrupt play, so Tom can fight at leisure here. So these are damaged 2 chain swords. 2 models can fight.
Yeah. No sergeant in there.
Yep. 5s.
Just 1. -2.
5+ invuln save now because of we're on turn 4. Passed, no damage. That combat there between the last 2 HQ choices on the board, the Judicia and Drazar Master of Blades, could be the game changer in a big way. Now this is very.
I'm still not convinced I'll get it because he reduces damage by 1.
Yes, you're damage 2.
I'm damage 3.
Damage 3.
I'm damage 3 because I'm White Scars. If he's damage 2 normally.
You have the armor Indomitus.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
3+ invuln save. Oh boy, two masters of their trade clashing here. I'm not talking about me and Tom, it's talking about Drazar and the Judicia lining up to fight, just eyeing each other up here, getting ready to swing with their blades, like 2 noble knights lining up on the field of battle. The other warriors across the board preoccupied with fighting, but
yeah,
in the middle of the board, these two fight.
Damage 2, but it goes up to damage 3.
Ugh, yuck.
Because of White Scars.
Because of White Scars, again. It's a powerful enough chapter to choose.
But the downside is going to be... I
was going to say, you could call yourself the White Scorpions, but all of the shoulder pads have got red scorpions on them, so you can't really do that.
Alright, well I'll start with Blade Guard.
Now I'm being tormented. Blade Guard. We do have 5+ invuln save. There's a remote chance. Tom can't fight with all the models. It's going to be these 3, including the Sergeant, to try and bring the Incubi down, but it should be quite straightforward here. Tons of attacks. big trouble for the Incubi.
Okay.
E3s to hit.
Yep.
So some misses. 3s to wound.
3, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, it should be enough. 5 pluses, unless we get a miracle of some kind. Oh boy.
4, 3, 1 is alive.
I've kept the Clavex alive, would you believe? That's incredible. So just checking with the Incubi, they do get power from pain, so the 5 plus in bond save has kept the Clavex alive.
Just a pub quiz, topic of conversation. Incubi or incubi?
Oh,
I say incubi, you say incubi.
yeah.
So, just going
to... Tomato.
Okay, so this is the biggie. Judicia.
Oh, wait, don't roll yet. People can't see, there's smoke in the way. Here it comes.
All hit.
What's his strength?
Strength is...
I've got no CP to help me out. Strength 7. It will be
So
3s to wound. This is a big roll of the game.
That's 1 mortal wound.
Oh no!
And then 5 saves. So each time an attack is made with this weapon, an unmodified wound roll of 6 inflicts 1 mortal wound on the target in addition to any normal damage.
That's just made it so that I only...
Made it so only 1 needs to go through.
So, and that's on top of?
Yep.
I can't do this. 5 4 pluses.
Luke, if anyone can do it, it's you. I have faith.
Living the dream.
No, you don't.
I needed him.
He has been judicated.
Yes. Drukhari, you've been found guilty. And punishment has been passed here by the Judicia. Well played here. What a hero for the Emperor of Mankind. Yeah, he's headed back in this direction. I said to Tom he couldn't do it, but he can because the Clavex is there. So Tom's now claimed that objective. Well done to the Judicia. We'll fight back with the Clavex. So he will be on a base of 4 attacks. We'll do an extra 2 attacks here as well. With the 2 blades. 1 man on his own against the Emperor's finest here. Well, sort of the Emperor's finest. They're pretty good. We'll go for strength 4 now. So we will be on 4s to wound. Now just the 1.
Minus
3.
Minus 3, so on the Invon, 4 up.
Got 1. 2 damage.
2 damage, so they're 3 wounds each. So.
Oh, they're 3
Yeah,
wounds
got
each. Well done. Okay, so we've hacked an arm off but not brought them down. 3 wounds each.
Yep.
Decent unit. Okay, we'll attack with the Raider and that'll finish off the turn. Alright, Raider's done his attacks, no damage coming through. So that is the end of the turn. Bit of morale to resolve and then we'll figure out what points Tom has picked up here. But tactically and points-wise, got himself in a good situation. Going to starve the Drukhari of points coming in on their turns. Tom doing very, very well indeed. So I reckon the score's 35-12. The game's not over yet. Drukhari needs to do something incredible here. I think we need to clear Tom off of objectives and try and max out as much as we can on secondaries and make sure we pick up 15 points on turn 5 for primaries. That's the mission here for the Drukhari. If they are indeed to win this game, we'll go on to their turn 4 next. Right, so turn 4 for the Drukhari. No points picked up for primaries. Taking some risks here, but trying to gang up what we have left to try and reduce Tom down as much as possible here. I don't think we can win this one, but we'll see what happens. Here, this game's been hard to call right from the start. Disembarking with my units to shoot and potentially charge. Then falling back with the Raider. Venom's moving across, 1 to go in, just trying to commit as many units as possible into this potential close combat. Tom can't interrupt play, so we may have just to charge in with everything and see what can happen. Paid a command point to fall back with the Clavex, and he'll be allowed to charge. Scourges have moved across, and the Flyer as well. So lots of shooting to do actually for the Drukhari coming up next. Alright, shooting phase here. Tom played Transhuman, his last command point being used, helped with the heavy firepower coming through. Just a wound caused in total, multiple blasters, dark lances, splinter rifles being fired at that squad, but only 1 wound being caused. As much of our firepower is directed against the Judicia, he has finally been brought down, took a lot of firepower to do it. No further wounds coming through here against the Blade Guard veterans. Desperate stuff here from the Drukhari. We'll go on to their charge phase next. Right, charge has taken place, everything charged in across here, and everything, including the venom, turned around and charged in across here. We'll get these combats resolved. Drukhari just going to try and chip off the wounds if they can, to try and bring down Space Marine resistance in these two corners of the table. This will determine the game, how these combats go. Alright, so combats resolved across here. Clavex did well, hacked down 2, but it then prevented these from fighting. Tom removed models from here. This venom picked off the last wound on one of the other models, but 2 remain. Tom holds this objective. Then across here, didn't do very well at all. Managed to pick off 1 Marine. Tom then turned and put 2 of the models into the 2-man squad on that objective and wiped them out. So Tom has managed to claim that objective in that corner here. So Drukhari not causing enough damage. Tom vitally being able to hold on.
Well, that's not true. You caused too much damage there that actually didn't work in your favour. That was a problem.
Because it stopped these units from getting.
Because I could pull away, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the way it's worked out here. So there's a problem now for the Drukhari, and that's to do with deploy scramblers. I took the risk of trying to wipe these out in close combat. It hasn't worked. I'm still stuck in close combat. Tom, he reckons, should be able to bring the first one down.
You'll get 15 points next turn because I don't think
primaries. Yeah.
Because you get the primaries at the end of your turn, so you will get the 15 points.
But deploy scramblers.
But hopefully, if I can kill off your scramblers and stop you from getting, I've stopped you from getting primary all the other turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we haven't cleared table quarters either, so Drukhari just have been starved of points here in this game. Turn comes to an end, a bit of morale to resolve, and then we'll go on to the last turn of the battle. Yeah, so starved of points here. 2 points picked up for Herd the Brave, 1 table quarter to clear, but that's it for the Drukhari. So they are lagging behind. Tom just needs to see the game through to victory. A league battle, this one, such an important game. It looks like the Red Scorpions have victory. We'll see what Tom does next, but it should be a case of just, again, starving the Drukhari of points and securing a low scoring point victory here, but it doesn't matter what the score is as long as Tom picks up more points than the Drukhari, then he'll secure the win. But let him finish off with his turn 5 next. Right, movement done, very straightforward. Blade Guard veterans, their mission is to take out the Scourges. Firepower's been done by them, they brought one of them down with their pistols. And then across here, pistol fire brought down one of the first spawn as well. And advanced move made. Tom doesn't need objectives anymore. He's moved off with this squad poised and ready to charge to try and destroy the Drukhari infantry. We'll go on to charges combats next. Right, charges going ahead. This one went ahead. Command reroll used. No, didn't go ahead with the assault intercessors. Tom's just
this is for the Blade Guards.
Blade Guard vets. Trying to hack down my
4.
5+ invuln saves. Ooh, we kept one alive, would you believe?
Luckily.
Okay. And then across this side.
So, yeah, you get to attack first.
Okay. We'll do our attacks here with this one. In 2s. Give me 10 6s. And then we maybe would stand a chance. Abysmal. Right, 1 at -2.
Passed.
Sorry, -1, apologies. And then 2 regular.
One
we take it, no problem.
And my attack's back.
Kill the firstborn here, that's all Tom needs to do. We'll give her 3s. It's 3s to wound. There it is.
5.
5+ invuln saves. 1 slain. Yeah, so it's not too much of a problem about the result here. Both units that can perform the action are locked in combat and therefore won't be able to deploy scramblers. So a successful mission here from Tom on this turn. Again, regretting bringing those down there. I should have just dropped them across the other side of the board and deployed scramblers, played it safe and picked up those 10 points. So turn finishes Tom's turn 5. We'll calculate points, give you an update on the score and then push on to Drukhari turn 5. So points at this stage, 52 points for Tom. He's done enough. Only 14 points to the Drukhari. Lack of primaries here and no deploy scramblers hurting them at this point. We'll go on to turn 5. We'll let the Drukhari try and pick up as many points as possible. So movement's complete. Claimed our objectives. So now we've got our 15 points for primaries. Pull back out of close combat and pull back out of close combat. I'm going to try and clear table quarters to pick up points for Herd the Prey. And so movement done, we'll go on to shooting phase next.
Interesting.
Shooting, yeah, interesting result here for Herd the Prey. We'll discuss it in just a moment. So wiped out this unit here. Lots of firepower available. Loads of poisoned weaponry coming through from the Venoms. And across here, pulling back and destroying the Blade Guard veterans here as well. So 15 points picked up for primaries. Tom's not panicking here. He knows he's won, but a good number of points coming through now for the Drukhari to add to their total. So turn comes to an end. There's no charges to take place. We'll leave it at this point. 15 points for primaries picked up there.
It's close.
It's close enough.
Very close.
No deploy scramblers though, sadly. So we lose that 10 points. 8 points picked up for Herd the Prey. Cleared this table quarter. Cleared this one. Tom's unit straddles on the line of both of those table quarters. Its units wholly within, so it's wholly within neither. So Drukhari will get 8 points picked up for that. So we'll get a final score, run through the score sheet. Drukhari have lost here. Red Scorpions have victory. But the scoreline has been quite low and quite close in the end. Yeah, so scoreline here. It was primaries in the end. 5 points picked up on turn 3. Turn 4, turn 5, 10 points picked up. At times, this is Tom's score. Engage on the fronts was actually pretty good.
I wouldn't have got engaged on that last turn actually, so you can deduct me 2 points.
2 points will come off Tom's total.
Because I need to be wholly win.
Okay.
So 50 I'm on.
50 in total. So 9 points picked up, pretty good for that. Bring it down. Didn't destroy the vehicles in the end, so 6 points been picked up for that. Deploy scramblers, Tom fulfilled his, so 10 points picked up. So 50 points in total for the Red Scorpions. Then the 15 points of primaries picked up on the last turn of the game. Didn't get deploy scramblers. Bring it down, maxed out on that, 8 points, and Herd the Prey, a strong one for the Drukhari, 14 out of 15 picked up for that. So 37 points to 50. So even if we had obtained that secondary deploy scramblers, we still would have lost, but it would have been by a very close margin indeed. A vicious fight between these two sides, but it's the Space Marines that have finally emerged victorious. Okay, so the game's over. We'll talk about units of the game. Actually struggling with the Drukhari. The units struggling to shine in this game. Going to give it to the Venoms. Hard-working little transport vehicles. 3 out of 4 of them survived to the end of the game, and just dishing out that poison damage too coming through.
They're surprisingly resilient.
Yeah, proved quite useful throughout the battle. For Tom,
I'm going to say it's the
the new models, the Hammer
Strikes, just for their explosive rounds and causing all of your vehicles to blow up.
Yeah, their firepower's good. Tom's had doubts about them, but their firepower was impressive enough in this game. That's units of the game for both sides. This is a league battle. You can go onto the Striking Scorpion 82plus.tv channel. There is a tab that says League. That'll give you the results of all our games, and it will show you which factions are performing well. Just call out the patrons at silver level. That's Caleb, Darren Gardner, Denny Wright, my shielders discussed, Peter Goodall and TC. Big thanks for your support at silver level. And you can see the names of all those supporting SSWG in the end credits of this video. So it's been a long one, this one. A long game. It's the early hours of the morning here for this game.
1:45 in the morning.
Quarter to 2?
1:45.
Right,
so
I'm going to bed.
yeah, so I've got an hour drive home, so I won't be going to bed for a while.
Yeah. Oh dear, right. A long fight between these two sides. Bit of a grudge developing between these two armies. I hope to see them clash again. But there it is, that's the battle. If you've enjoyed the game, please hit the thumbs up and leave a comment. It really helps the video and the channel. And if you haven't yet subscribed, do subscribe and hit the notification button as well. Great game. Thanks for watching and tune in next time.